sec here. Good morning, everybody. We should be live on YouTube and on Twitch. I think both of them are up and running. Good morning. Let me move this to live chat. Let me bring this up a little bit. John, good morning. Albert, good morning. Yuleman T, good morning. Frederick, good morning. Jamie from Brampton for today. Nice. Ooh, that's hot. Was I supposed to be in Brampton last week at some point doing something? I forget. I haven't been in Brampton in quite a while, but yeah, it's I have done a bunch of work there though before. Just give me a sec here. I'm just trying to get my layout going. There we go. Yeah, so hopefully everybody's doing well on this Sunday. I'm doing an hour earlier just because I got kind of impatient. And I've been up since like 4 a.m. So I thought that I'd get the live stream up and going. Steve, good morning. Pablo, good morning. How's it going? There hasn't been a crazy amount of new things like released, especially from Ubiquity, that are besides UDM Pro 2.4.27, I believe it was. That was kind of big, but it didn't release any new features, and we'll talk about that shortly. Other than that, there was just some smaller updates, which I will be doing a video on, which is UniFi Access. They kind of redesigned their whole user interface for that. And we are using a new camera for this. This is my camera that I'm going to be doing like live streams with and gaming streams and stuff like that. Gives me a bit of a wider angle instead of my Canon. Pablo, good morning. Microchip, Mr. Cody, good morning. Tim, good morning. Tony DS, Nexo DS. Oh, we got a couple DSs here. Julian, Scrito, Manuel, good morning. So let's take a look here at the update. Not that there's really anything. There's not a whole lot to it. I mean, it was just is part of the migration path to UniFi OS 3.0. So the UDM Pros, you have to go through 2.4, and then we're probably going to be hitting 2.5, and then we'll be going to 3.0, and then eventually 3.1, and things like that. Hello from Germany, Gotwire. Kim, good morning. How are you doing? Private, good morning. From Barcelona. My mouse keeps doing this, like it's twitching out. I don't understand why. Dave, how's it going? Corby, Cajun, how's it going? I've already had 2 coffees today, so I decided I'd switch over to a tea for now. Lucian, how's it going? Good morning. Yeah, so a lot of people are wondering, like, why can't they just push it to 3.0? Why is the UDM taking so long? Well, if you were following the early access track, and I don't know how much I could talk about it, but they released one initial batch, and it went well. They released the second one, didn't go so well. So they have to take some time before pushing this out to the general public and then breaking people's networks. So I know it has been taking a while. I think it's been like a year or maybe more, and you will get the functionality soon. 2.5, I don't even know what a lot of people are waiting for. Probably like WireGuard VPNs, Open VPN support. What else do they have coming? They have wired speed limits. They have load balancing. The biggest thing for me was the logging. The logging is a lot better in UniFi OS 3.0. From Texas, nice. I heard it got a little cold there not too long. Well, thank you for watching my videos. Appreciate it. Jose, how's it going? Ali, good morning. So ask your questions. I don't have like a crazy amount of things to talk about today, just because there hasn't been a lot new. But yeah, so UniFi OS 2.0 or 2.4.27, that was kind of big. I did that, video about it. And then this is something else that I'm going to take a look at. This video won't be coming out till... Well, I haven't started the video. So probably or at the end of the next week or this week coming up. So this really, they just introduced or redesigned how UniFi Access looks. And I don't know how many people actually use UniFi Access, but I like this design a little bit better. And I'll probably do a comparison between the two, between the old GUI interface and the new one. And I think they added a couple other security things. So system log, settings, policy settings. I thought they added like, yeah. So allow simple pin support. first person in, unlock schedule, open, close, blah, blah, blah. I'll go over all of this, everything that's new in that video. This doesn't integrate, like this has nothing to do with UID access. This is just UniFi access standalone. Can I connect together UDM SE with the next generation gateway? No, I don't know why you would do that anyway. There'd be no reason to do that. Is YouTube making everybody do shorts to compete with TikTok? Probably not. I mean, you don't need to do shorts. The benefit with shorts, well, there's a couple things. Like some people don't like seeing the shorts. It would be nice if like when I released a short that it wouldn't push out a notification to somebody. Because if people don't want to see the shorts, like I would want them to be able to have a checkbox to get notified for shorts or just original videos. And I don't think you could do that yet. The shorts now in Canada, they finally allowed us to monetize on it, even though it's like, I mean, my shorts only get like 5,000-6,000 views. One of them has like 100,000 views or something like that. But it doesn't give you like a lot of compensation. But yes, they probably are trying to compete with the TikTok for sure. With Ubiquity inventory shoddy and especially with routing, what are your thoughts on Amada? I ordered some R&D gear. Amada's okay. I haven't deployed any to businesses. I know a couple. I've worked with a couple people residential wise who have it. It's not bad. I prefer Ubiquity though. It was the ice that got us lots of ice and trees. We had a similar thing, I think, happen in Montreal maybe a while ago. What's up? I love me a person that's smart and handsome like you. Thank you, SPX Labs. How's it going? Can you do a full Wi-Fi setup for a school or stadium? Probably not, unless I get like a job for a school or stadium, which I don't have currently. You're still in cleanup mode. Yeah, that's my uncle. He used to work for, they called it Entourage, but it was a part of Bell, which Bell is one of the biggest ISPs here. And when that happened, like it was weeks and weeks and weeks, if not months of cleanup. You prefer the Edge routers. The Edge routers were coming, like the Edge router X's were coming into stock for a little while anyway. Morning, just a general question. Do you use any home automation software? I don't yet. I might use Home Assistant eventually. That is hot. So one creepy thing that we have going on, well, I don't know if it's creepy. Some people are creeped out about it. I used to have them as pets actually years ago. So we have new construction happening behind our house, and that brings up different animals. So in our backyard, we have quite a few rats now. So we're working, or Chantel, I think right now is calling some exterminators, and I hope they could do it in a way where it's like a catch and release, but we definitely don't want that. And she feeds, like she's put out bird feed for the birds. And I think that's why they're coming to our yard. So we got to get rid of all that stuff. Let's see. Hey Cody, have you switched over to the UDM SE yet? If so, do you have any issues with the PPPO pass-through? So I've been running on a SE since it came out. Or maybe a month after it came out. I don't have mine in bridge mode though. Like I just have my Bell going directly in, and it's double natted currently. Home Seer Rocks? I'm not too sure who that is. Is that like a channel? Recently, one of my U6 light crashed during a change in transmission power. I have never had that happen. Nope. We could let the cats out, but the problem with rodents like rats, they could have disease. Want to fill a contract in Alabama for a new museum that is going to be built. They need an entire... I don't really travel for work. I actually got invited to... I've been invited to a couple places. I think I just got invited to Hawaii, Texas... I'd never go. I never go. I think somebody invited me to Panama. I probably should take some of those offers up, but I don't. I have a skunk coming in my backyard each night to eat leftover bird feeder. I wouldn't, well, a skunk might be a little different. Like if it was a raccoon or something like that, I wouldn't mind it, but you know, rats, they breed, and then there's a billion of them. And it really does have to do too with the construction. Like, we're taking away where they would normally live with all the new houses around us. Robert, good morning. How's it going? I also got a new chair. It's just a Corsair chair. I wanted to get this chair. This is the chair that I really want to get. What's it called? Herman Miller. This is the one I want, but I couldn't get it within like, well, a day. So I ended up just getting this for now. But this is the chair that I want to get eventually. It's a Herman Miller Logitech, you know, gaming, whatever chair. But it's freaking expensive too. I think it's like $1,600. But Herman Miller is known for having good quality stuff. This chair, like I have this chair. This was a Staples chair. It was like $200. It was okay for a while. Oh, you have part-timer, you have this chair. Yeah, it's actually surprisingly, I think it was about $500, something like that. For the price of this Corsair chair, it's very comfortable. Yes, a good chair is key if you work from home. So you're not having any issues? No, I'm not having any issues. No. I'm getting, what do I have? So I have 3 gig Bell, 3 gig by 3 gig up and down, and I get 2.5 because I'm just plugged into my 2.5 gigabit Ethernet interface right now. If I was plugged into an SFP, I would get 3 gig. Bolly from France, how's it going? Yeah, it's expensive. It's an expensive chair, but I sit all the time. Like if I'm not doing network work for consultation work, I'm playing video games or I'm making videos. So I need something good and where, you know, some of my blood flow could still go through. It would be nice to get a standing desk as well. I think a standing desk would be key. But how my desks are laid out is kind of like in an L shape, and I'm in the corner of the room right now. We just need a new house so that I could build, you know, a proper YouTube studio. Go with Secret Labs. I don't know if I like Secret Labs. I think this is probably like maybe just a rebranded Secret Labs. I don't know. I used to have a DX Racer. I don't even know if they're DX Racer, if they're still a thing. Oh, they are. I just got this, yeah, because Canada Computers is like 20 minutes away from me. I drove there, picked it up, put it together within like 10 minutes, and that was it. Charlie, how's it going? Good morning. Let's go back to the chat. I just do double NAT and have it. Yeah, I have no issues. Like, it depends what you're trying to do with your network. If you're trying to, like, VPNs and stuff like that, you might have to port forward to your UDM Pro or UDM SE. But, like, with Teleport VPN, you don't need to do anything. You just, you know, click it and then your client. But the problem with Teleport, you could only use your iPhone or Android, and that's it. I don't know if you could use Mac. Anybody have a Mac who's used that properly? What else has been going on in the world of Ubiquity? Let's think here. Since last week, I think we talked about the G5. Oh, stock actually came in. UNVR Pros came into stock this morning. I don't know if they're sold out. They probably are. They're back sold out, but they did come in stock. So it looks like you're going to be getting some more inventory of that, which will be great. I want to get another one so that I could do a stacking video on it. The issue with that, like I do a stacking video and I'm going to have to buy hard drives. So it's going to end up costing me a crazy amount of money when I really don't need that stacking feature. I will likely upgrade to UniFi cameras and ditch the Lorex. The Lorex weren't bad. I did a video. One of my first videos were on Lorex. I forget where. I bought them from Costco. They were like $1,000 for 8 4K cameras. And the problem with when you go 4K, it just drops it down to 15 frames per second. I ported the iOS teleport to my M1 Mac. Okay, gotcha. Albert says doesn't work on Mac. Okay. Cloudflare makes double natting a non-issue. Yeah, so those Cloudflare tunnels, I think Lawrence System did a video on it. Worked really well. For him, anyway. I haven't looked at it at all, though. Oh, you have the Costco pack as well. Yeah, it's a decent deal for what they come with. I found the cables that came with the Lorex cameras, though, were shoddy. It works on ARM Macs since they don't run... Oh, okay. Are you allowed to talk about the G5 camera in black? I don't think they have a G5 camera in black, do they? They have this. That's the AI 36 or AI Bullet. I don't believe they have, unless they came out with something that I don't know, or if they came out with a different color. I haven't looked at the EA store for a while because I can't get anything now from EA. This is the AI Bullet. This is it's a good camera. This has license plate reading on it. It's fairly pricey, but for license plate features, I mean, what can you ask for? Andrew, how's it going? Good morning. Hey Cody, I have a point to multipoint LTU Rocket LTU light setup running under UDM Pro. Should I get the LTU devices on the management network? I don't do a whole lot of point to multipoint or point to point, but yes, you probably should. Like UISP, if you're looking for somebody to do consultation for you for that, like I don't really do any of that consultation. I'll do videos on it, like simple videos. But if you're looking for a real consultation, the Crosstalk Solutions or Hostify. I think Hostify provides UISP. Just nice to have a single system. That is correct. I like Ubiquity. I mean, that's all we sell now in install for cameras. Anyway. Do you happen to know when the display cast? I have no idea. We don't even have that in Canada yet. Right now I have an EA display cast and I'm using that as a a door holder to hold my door open because I can't review that one because they did a revision, which kind of sucks because I just wasted a couple $100. How can I change the TP-Link router with another TP-Link router? You just change it, take the config, and then do like your, it depends what you're using. Like if you're using a Amada, a TP-Link Amada, or if you're just kind of using go to Walmart and grab a TP-Link router. They're a little different, all a little different. I switched from and just so YouTube knows, I am streaming on Twitch too. So if you don't see the questions on the screen, that's because it's a different platform. But I switched from an Asus Mesh to UniFi after watching your videos and super happy now. It is a solid compared to the Asus. Speaking of Asus, we'll talk about that in a minute. It's funny you bring that up. Asus is sending me something. You're on Bell, right? Did you have an issue getting the Bell SOP to work on the UDM? I haven't done that. So it's just going into my Home Hub 3004. I don't even know what it is. And then I'm using the media converter within their modem going directly into my UDM SE port. Double nav for VPN video. I do have other videos. You just need to port forward depending what you're doing. If you're using L2TP, you need to port forward port 500 and 4500. Same with like site to site. Most businesses, like they're either in bridge mode or they have static IPs and stuff like that. So it's a non-issue. UNVR max single hard drive size. They say to do 8 terabytes. But I believe there's people who've done up to 16 per drive bay. I usually only do 8, but it's up to you. Can UDR be used as an access point only? No, it cannot. I have an extra UDR, which I don't use anymore. So yeah, they don't have like a bridge mode type thing that you could do with that anyway. Oh, microchip. You redeem police. Perfect. So a video that I'm working on, this one should be out. I'm trying to come up with the video schedule. So like Tuesdays, Thursdays I used to do. I try to do it kind of every other day. I stream on Sundays, Mondays day off, Tuesdays video out, Wednesday day off, Thursdays a video, and then Friday, Saturday are kind of just whatever. I think I'll start releasing videos Tuesdays, Thursdays at 11 a.m. and then Sundays will usually be streams at 11 a.m. as well. Unless something like Ubiquity comes out with a video or if they come out with a new update, and then usually I push that right away. But I think I'm probably going to stick with that schedule because I'm trying to do this whole playing video games too, and I'll be doing that like Monday to Friday, 8 to 11 every day, and then I have to do consultation work. So, yeah. So this is the next video that I'm working on. It's almost done. Synology sent me this, the rt6600ax. It's actually pretty good and easy to use, but if you need over 5 networks, you can't use this, which kind of sucks. It would have been nice if they allowed you to have like, 300 or 400. Not that I would use that at a lot of businesses, but it gives you some sort of flexibility. I cover internet for elderly in-laws, and our property is about 100 meters away, and just the UDM and the AC mesh. Yes. Yep, those are both great devices. Cody, have you ever heard of a CloudKey Gen 2 bricking a G4 cameras when I have not? Was updating a customer's site, and after the camera firmware upgrade, cameras would no longer connect. Weird. Are you able to SSH into the, or not like go to the web GUI of the camera? Any idea when Ubiquity will eventually let you use the UNVR as an NAS? Probably never. Most likely never. They would probably come out with the standalone device before doing that. Are there any 5G SIM-based routers released yet? In India, we have 500. I'm not too sure. I don't do a whole lot of that stuff. No. Maybe somebody in chat knows that for you? Is there any support Microsoft Windows? Not yet. No. So they don't have a Windows client, which would be really nice. Because most of the time, like, I do have teleport on my phone just in case, like I do have a bunch of clients. I have a real estate agent that I look after, and they have 4 different sites. But I wasn't in charge of the internet connections. The phone people were. So they ended up getting an SD-WAN solution. And it's like double or triple natted. So I can't I can't go into their SD-WAN little router thingy to port forward to do traditional VPN. So I use teleport on my phone. If for some reason the console goes down, then I could just jump on. If the remote access is down, you can't do it with teleport because you need that online. Rest of our house is hardwired and for all. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that you should probably still do hardwires. If you're building a new house, you definitely should be putting hardwire in. People think, oh, it's wireless. Well, you got to get the wireless somehow, right? There still needs to be a wire connected. You could also place your UDM into DMZ. Yes, you could do that, yeah. If I had an extra UDR that I wasn't using, I'd just sell it and then buy an access point or trade somebody probably. Let's see. Upon power cycling, lights came on and IR flickers. Have you reset it? Try resetting it and see. Is it possible to use the USW24 Pro PoE with a UNVR G4 camera into the switch into a normal Netgear? I don't know. So you would have to have like a... Okay, so you have a USW24. You would need to have something that's running Protect, UniFi Protect. Like you need a UNVR, a cloud key, something like that. I had to convince someone to hardwire their new house. Yeah, I had to run wires in this house and it was finished. Kind of sucked. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I've never had that happen before, ever. Kilnai, good morning. How's it going? If you guys want to hit the like button, I don't know how many likes we're at, but what the heck? Oh, that's what I'm seeing on my screen. That'd be great. Has anyone gotten the Nokia? I have not. We don't have AT&T in Canada. We only have like Bell and Rogers, and that's it. All right. Speaking of Asus, let me just pull something up here. I don't know what they're actually sending me, so I got to pull up my emails. Let me just see. Oh man, my mouse is going really laggy. Let's do that. Asus. Holy moly, I got a lot of emails. Gotta try to. They're sending me some. Maybe it's in my cache. Oh, there it is, right there. So Asus reached out to me like a year and a half ago or something like that, and they're like, "Oh, would you be interested in checking out our mesh product?" I'm like, "Oh, whatever, sure." Like I can't guarantee that I'm gonna do a video on it, but send it to me and I'll see. I probably would do a video on it anyway. But this is what they're apparently sending me, the ROG Rapture GT6. I thought this was, like, just by looking at the picture, I thought they were sending me a desktop. Hopefully they're not huge, but it kind of looks cool, and they got RGB, so that's interesting. But those are pretty big just looking at that. Like, look at the size of it. Crap. Anyway, they're like $900 or something like that, and you know what? We'll do a review on it and see how they work. Typically, I don't use mesh devices. There are clients who ask me about mesh devices, so it will be good to, you know, test out some other ones. I think I did TP-Link Orbi or something like that before. If I'm doing mesh, it's usually like with Ubiquity and then using one of their beacons. Typically, hardwire something though. It works a lot. If you could get a wire there, do it. Carson, how's it going? Did you buy an EV truck yet? No, I did not. Those are expensive. Our living room TV Wi-Fi unit went out, so then decided to run a Cat6 through it. The house ran a bunch of redundant drops to each room TV. Yep, that's the best way to do it. I did mine through, like, I have a conduit going upside our house right now. Not the best way to do it, but I didn't want to open up our walls. Let's see. I'm building a new house. Do Cat6, Cat8 cables provide any advantage over Cat6? Distance of routing. The only thing you're going to get is, I think, I don't know, like I've never installed Cat7, Cat8. I don't know what speed they do, probably 40 gig or something like that. Probably don't need that in-house. I would probably go with like Cat6A. That gives you 10 gig. Cat6 would do I mean, you can do 10 gig over Cat6, but it's got to be short distance. Cody, just wanted to say thanks for all the videos. Been geeking out. Nice. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. I got my UDM Pro set up yesterday, and your video is helpful. Now, if only the 24-port 2.5, yes, they've been out of stock for quite a bit. The one thing I like about this is it has a 2.5 WAN. I think it's 2.5 WAN. I believe it's 2.5 WAN, but all the LAN ports are 2.5 as well. Oh, you only have one 2.5? I thought it had 3. Or sorry, 4. I'm gonna have to look at the back of the modem again. Or back of the router. Anyway, okay, you only got one 2.5 gig, and then you have 3 1 gig. But okay, so the WAN is 2.5, which is great. A lot of things are moving to 2.5, but I don't think a lot of people actually use that much. Did that change blue? I didn't see that go. Mike, no worries. You're not really late. I usually do my streams at 11 a.m. I'm doing it early today. Like I said, I've been up so long this morning. I'm like, yeah, let's just start it 1 hour early. Thanks for doing all your videos. I bought over 10K worth of UniFi gear for my own use. See, that's what people need to start tweeting that out to Ubiquity, saying, "Oh, Mac Telecom, he you know, made me pay 10 grand for this," so they bring their affiliate links back. Can you post that router? Which one, the Asus one? So this, I'll post both of them. This is the one that I'm doing an upcoming video on. This will be out Tuesday, and this is the Asus one. Asus one's about $900 US though, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I'll be doing an rt6600ax security video, but it's not going to be the first one. The first video is the initial setup, getting it online. We're going to be doing a couple networks. We're going to do the security advisor. Then there's going to be a security video on like firewall rules and stuff like that, content filtering, VPN, they have threat detection and stuff like that. Yes, like and smash the thumbs up button. We got 83 people here. I'm reading wrong. What else do we want to talk about? Ask your questions. I will be moving over to game after this. I probably won't be on super long for this because I don't have a ton to talk about. Let's see, what else? I'm hoping that UniFi 2.5 drops for UDM Pro this week at some point. I'm waiting on some Connect displays. They were supposed to send it to me, but I haven't really heard from my UniFi contact for a few weeks. Kind of went radio silent. The UniFi Talk is supposed to have some really good updates coming out. I hope they release that this week too, because that would make for a good video. God, my mouse cursor is so laggy. What is going on? Jay, how's it going? Good morning. Thanks for the video. I'm going to install a UDM SE in my house after we move. Oh, awesome. That's it should be a good time for that. Yeah, Ubiquity got rid of their affiliate program a while ago. So they only did it for 3 months. That's why you don't see like myself, Willie Howe, Crosstalk Solutions, whatever, posting. Like I do still post some Twitter stock notifications if people, like if it's like a G4 doorbell or something that just came out. But we were doing it quite a bit because we were getting, you know, affiliate money from it. And they stopped doing that. They did 3 months and that was it. U6 Pro versus the in-wall. Depends what you want to do. I usually go for like the U6 Pros, but in like hotel settings, we do in-walls. Did you do school setup for Wi-Fi? Not in my business, but when I worked for people, I did for sure. Something similar to school, which I guess it's not in the school size. I did a retirement home that was like 60 access points, but I couldn't do a video on it. I've noticed a lot of people don't bother with IPv6 and there's not many YouTube UniFi tutorials creating. Yeah, there's no real reason to use IPv6. I mean, I won't use it. I don't use it at all. Not right now. I wonder if you have a dead camera. You may want to open up a ticket with Ubiquity because they'll ask you to send like a support ticket or a whatever support ticket thingy, and then you might have to RMA it to them. I have had to RMA a couple cameras before, and I'll tell you why. It's not Ubiquity's fault, and it's not the Gromit's fault. So these dome cameras, I installed them. I did a video on this place, but we were supposed to eventually do like 60, 70 cameras. And we cut it down to like 30 because we're using a bunch of AI 360s. But I had to use 2 dome cameras outside while we were waiting for bullets. And somebody came and power washed, and they power washed all the cameras. And that, I guess, got a bit of moisture inside the port, and it blew the port. Other than that, I don't. Oh, the other one that I had to do, my AI 360 broke because I'm an idiot, and I got moisture in there by accident. I didn't mount it properly. I was doing it for a video, got moisture in it, and it blew the port. Super angry about that because I love the AI 360. Great camera. Any good instructions I can print for setting up VLANs on the UDM SE? You could print, you just need to put an allow rule. If you have blocking rules between networks, you need to just put an allow rule above your blocking rule to allow those computers or whatever to communicate with your printer. I don't know what OGT means, but Ubiquity training classes, or did you get your college? So I didn't do any Ubiquity training. I went back to school when I was 25, which was a bit ago. For computer networking, I always worked in like network cabling, security cameras, and all that stuff. But I realized that there's not like unless you own the business, there wasn't a ton of money in cabling in like camera work. So I'm like, you know what? Let me try computer networking, and I ended up liking it. I started with Cisco. So it was a 2-year college course. I only did 1 year. I got my Cisco CCNA within that 1 year, started my CCNP, got hired with an enterprise, like a bank. So I did network engineering for the first part. Then I moved to data center engineering. Then I moved to compute engineering, and now I'm running my own business. Oh, on-job training. Gotcha. That makes sense. So I guess a lot of it was on job, but more so was me grabbing devices, playing with it, breaking it, and figuring it out. Yes, that was the one on the cat shed. Yeah, unfortunately, that one's done for. All 4 died at the same time. Oof. Yeah, that's not good. Something happened there, unless it was like your PoE switch. I sent you a mail about UniFi Talk. Can you check it? I need a device set up. When did you send the email? I'm kind of behind on a bit of emails, but I'll take a look today. I don't use PoE for outdoors anymore, just barrel, much easier to repair. It was my fault why the camera died. That's why I'm not even trying to RMA it. I think that, and I don't even know if I can RMA it. I believe Ubiquity sent me this camera. I'm pretty sure they sent me this camera when I did a review on it. So I don't have like a receipt to send into the RMA team. Let's see. No, I mean setup for taking out of the box. Full configuration to include. Need printer instructions, vice. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe email me? I'm not 100% sure what you mean. Let's see. What else was I going to talk about? What's the title here? I can't even see the title. ARX. Oh, so that cable job that we were supposed to do, it was originally going to be 200 cables. It's dropped down to like 100 or like 80 now because they realized they don't need a cable separately for their IP phone and computer, and they're trying to save money, which is fine. Like whatever, we'll take off, you know, the 100 cables or whatever they're not using. And that got pushed back a couple weeks. But the good thing about it, the electricians, they usually, this doesn't happen in Canada anyway with new builds. Usually we have to supply like our own low voltage boxes to put on the studs wherever the cabling's going. But the electrician put in their boxes, they conduit up, and they're stubbing the conduit into the ceiling, which makes it a billion times easier. It's going to be a very straightforward install. And I was on site, when was I on site? Last week, I think on Thursday, to take initial walkthrough of the place. I don't think any of the runs are like over 100 feet. It's going to be such a great, install. I don't have a step-by-step book on printers. My biggest thing that I hate about networking or like IT is printers. I try my very best not to deal with them at all. So I'm going to stay on here another 10 minutes and then I'm going to move over to play some games. I don't have a bunch of tech stuff to talk about. Hopefully next week we got a little bit more. Hopefully they start releasing some things out of early access too that we could talk about. What was I going to buy? So for my on-site videos, people were telling me that they would prefer to have like, I usually bring my DSLR camera and then I just kind of set it up on a tripod. But people were saying, like, I'll still do that for a different type of angle. I think some people wanted me to do like a GoPro type thing. Does anybody have recommendations on what to use? Like, I have a GoPro 8, but I don't know if there's something better. Let's go to Amazon. I don't know if there's something better. People were saying, I forget what the, because I would want it attached to my head probably. You get a 2-year warranty on cameras. Yep, 2-year warranty. If you buy through a third-party reseller, you won't get that, though. Can you do UniFi in Canada yet? Not yet. I mean, if you have the phones, you could go through a third-party SIP provider like VOIP.MS. VOIP.MS would handle your E911. That's the biggest problem, is the E911 stuff. But they would end up handling that. Oh, he's asking for a step-by-step written instructions for his setup. Oh, no, I don't have anything like that. I don't do step-by-step written stuff. I could always like start a forum, but I don't have enough time to do that. Oh, setting up UDM SE. No, okay, gotcha. I don't have step-by-step. I only have video format for that. You hope UDM SE too soon. I don't know about that. Well, the UDM SE already has 1 gig or 10 gig WAN. You just need to put an SOP into it, right? So they have 2 ports that you could do it with. That right here. So these 2 ports are SOP plus. You just need to get a 10 gig RJ45 SOP plus or a LC fiber or whatever you're using for your internet connection, and it will do 10 gig. I mean, it might not route if you have threat management on. It's only gonna do 3.5 routing, but. Everybody say hello to Chantel. She's in the chat. Hire a cameraman. Yes. see. Oh, VOIP.MS. I have a, hold on a sec. I have an affiliate link to them. If you are going to use VOIP.MS, if you want to use this is an affiliate link, just to let you know. Oop. Well, I don't know if that isn't true with electricians. I've gone to a lot of installs where electricians didn't put the conduit in. I mean, I don't do conduit work at all. That's just above my pay grade. I don't know if, does Ubiquity have any step-by-step to set up? I don't think they do. They just have like a basic one. I think Chantel's back on the phone now, trying to get the exterminator over to get rid of that rat problem. I used to have pet rats, and I think they're kind of cute. A lot of people don't like them, but I don't like, you know, ones that I didn't get from a pet store. I would hate for them to get in the house. It would be crazy. How do you stand, Cody? Well, my face gets pretty red. The good thing about this camera, it has a lot, this is the Elgato face cam I'm using. Typically, I use the Canon. It doesn't show my red face as much. I do need somewhat of a tan, though. I think that'd probably be good. Let's see. Hey, buddy, my UDM Pro is still running 1.12.38. How do I update to the new version? So the new version it's in release channel. But we're allowed to talk about release channel. Anything that Ubiquity puts under this, the general tab, we could talk about. So that's why I did. But you can see it's still a release candidate. So if you feel up to it and you want to switch to, you would take the risk. I don't think a lot of people have been having a crazy amount of issues, but you want to read these forum posts. You would have to switch your release channel to release candidate, and then you should be able to get 2.4.27. It doesn't do anything for you, though. It just starts a migration process. It doesn't give you any new features at all. You can't simulate a UniFi talk phone. I don't think. I haven't tried it. But I will be back in 1 second. I need to use the restroom quickly, and then we'll talk for another 15 minutes, then I'm going to play games. Give me 2 minutes. Ask your questions while I'm away. I had too many coffees. One too many coffees today. All right, sorry about that. Too many coffees, too many teas. And yeah, I had to. Yeah. Oh, so we're getting a exterminator in, but I don't think they could do it humanely, which I don't really like, but anyway, well, we got to do it, so let's see. Crosstalks, yes, he does. I don't know if he has written. Usually when Chris releases new videos now, he does like some sort of post to his website. I'm not going to edit that out in post. I never edit out my live streams. It's too much. You're on your second latte. I have had 2 coffees, this tea, a bunch of water. I don't even know what tea I'm drinking. It's like some orange. I don't know. It tastes fruity. It's not bad though. The cats are, I don't know. The cats are with Chantel. They should be outside getting rid of our rat problem, but Yeah, we're not letting them out there. Not right now. We may take them for a walk later today. It's supposed to be fairly warm. Did I miss anything? Hey Cody, where can I find official UDM Pro configure or controller documentation? Probably through the I'm not 100% sure where you find that type stuff. Maybe through, I forget where they put their help stuff now. Community Help Center, Design Center. Yeah, so unfortunately they got put rat poison out. I feel really bad about that. But it is what it is. They used to have sections where you could find, I was looking up a UniFi Talk issue yesterday. And they used to have like these big starting, they've switched where they put it though. UniFi help articles, maybe, oh, here we go. So this is where you could look out for like UniFi help articles and stuff like that. Quick Tech, how's it going? I saw your video on the Synology. That's very good. I'm starting my Synology video. It should my first video of that series should be out Tuesday, I think. Do you use the Protect viewport a lot? I don't even have it here. I don't have one at my house. I have used it quite a bit at my clients, but we haven't got them back in stock in Canada. You've gotten them in stock in the US, but not in Canada. Did I miss anything else while I was gone? Yeah, so this page here, getting started with UniFi, connecting to the OS. This is pretty good documentation what they have. I mean, it doesn't go crazy deep into issues, but I mean, you have your UniFi network, you have your Protect, you have your Connect. I don't know if they have UID in here. They have this. I'm not going to say that word, but they got that. Dynamic DNS. I mean, this is all the documentation really that you need until you start doing more advanced stuff, which they probably have that somewhere. But what's really good is either my Discord. The Ubiquity Discord's good for if you're running into an issue and you don't want to pay a consultant like myself. You could go into the Ubiquity Discord, you could ask your questions, and more likely than not, people are willing to help you out. There are Facebook pages for Ubiquity. If there's like an amateur one, so if you're not super familiar with Ubiquity products, go into that. Because if you go into the professional one and you ask a very entry-level question, people are going to rip you apart. And I hate that. I mean, they should be answering your question no matter what and not make you feel like, you don't know something. Tis not the coffee, but the age. It probably is. UID has its own page. They have this, where I find a lot of my UID stuff is under featured topics. So like here, they have UniFi Access's new user interfaces out. So I'll be looking at that. I mean, we'd love your feedback. I'll give them my feedback after. They're showing this UA Pocket, which is an EA. I want to test that out. That would be cool. They have this test program for UID. Join us in UID. I mean, they have quite a bit of documentation on their website. They do sometimes change where they put things though. Okay, so I'm going to promote my other stuff for a second here. I know a lot of you probably aren't interested, but people who are interested in games, I will be playing on Twitch. This is my Twitch channel. I'll be streaming on it after this. I'll be playing the new Hogwarts Legacy. Yes, it does have a bit of controversy around it, but I will be doing that. I do have a new YouTube gaming channel that I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm at like 70 right now. So that's the YouTube gaming channel. That's really... I'll probably do live streams on that as well, hand in hand with the Twitch, and I'll be uploading my Twitch gameplay. So if you're interested in that, that's that. But I will be streaming after this live stream for probably 2 hours or so, some gameplay. And I will say that one more time before we leave here. Actually, I'm a helpy helper under the Ubiquity channel, and if you ask me or DM me, I won't rip you. I don't doubt that, but there are people within that Ubiquity Facebook page or whatever who are a little more toxic towards people. One question, I still have the UDM Pro, have 2 internet service. Yes, you can. Yep. You just can't do, currently you can't do load balancing towards it. Which is, I don't know, does anybody here use the load balancing on the UDM SE? I don't. I did it for a video. Most of my clients, they don't want load balancing. They want failover. If their internet goes out, well, failover and that's it. You could always get an SD-WAN solution if you wanted, something like that. Whoops. It is really warm. My computer now says 35 Fahrenheit. I don't know why. I need to switch that back to Celsius because I don't know the difference between Fahrenheit and Celsius. I guess we could Google it. Celsius. There we go. So 35 Fahrenheit. Oh, it's 1.6 degree out. Like, that's warm for this time of year. Another thing within the Canadian store anyway, I don't know if it's transferred to the US store, the UDM Pro went up in price. I think it used to be like $399. It's now $505. And the UDM SE is $665. It's hard to quote jobs when they didn't have like stock in. So say I quoted a job at $399 for the UDM Pro and I had to wait a month or two for the stock. And when stock comes back in, they raise it $150 and then I'm out that money if the, quote got approved. I just wish they would leave it. Or like do it once a year. Do a price increase once a year. What did you find for UniFi Talk? If you are posting a link, that probably won't work. Yeah, 2.4.7 is in release channel right now. Or a release candidate. It's not like official general, but once they release it to release channel, that's, pretty close. I don't know what else they've done. They released a couple iOS updates, iOS and Android. So what they did here was they just kind of, the biggest one was change UniFi network name to UniFi. And I guess they're going to have it say protect and connect. And you're going to end up having like 20 controllers or applications on your phone for Ubiquity. Let's see. Yes, I do have an account with TDL Canada. Yep. Yep, 2.4.7 is migration only. Business is going good. It's been busy. Lots of people reaching out to me for remote consultations. Tuesday, I have to go look at a warehouse job for cabling, cameras, all that type of stuff. And then, yeah, I just have a bunch of work. Most of it's remote stuff. This week, I have a GrandStream phone system to do configuration for. I just looked up my website, UDM Pro 379. Yeah, so that would be the US prices. Yes, I use it. 2 WAN, 1 is 10 gig and okay. Like realistically, when you do load balancing, you should have both your connections same speed though. TDL has actually been really good lately. They used to, like price wise, they used to be more. Like if you were looking for a G4 camera, G4 bullet. Let's see, like here they're not in stock, 265. So TDL used to be like $280, so they're making like $15 on it. But now when I go to order, they're like $260, so they're cheaper than the Ubiquity website. And you could actually get stock through them, which is great. The Canadian store, like for Protect, has been lacking for probably a year now. I think Chantel might have took the air conditioner off. It is the middle of winter. And I heard her just go out the garage. I think she's going to walk the cats without me. It's not much, but at least it's something. The only thing with TDL, you have to pay for shipping, which isn't that much money either. Another thing that raised in price, which kind of sucks. Cable. So I just ordered 8 boxes of this for the upcoming job. It was at like $360 or $50 before, and they just went up another $50. The thing, I usually order vertical cable, Cat 6 cable, but it was like, I forgot what they were quoting me at. It was more than Ubiquity cable, and then I contacted my other distributor for like CommScope or something like that, and it was like $600 a box. I'm like, there is no way I'm paying $600 a box for Cat 6 cable. It's insane. Albert, see you later. Take care. Yes, on that note, I am going to move over to streaming some video games. So I'm going to end the stream. Whoops, that's my YouTube gaming. If you guys are interested in that, I'm trying to get that one monetized eventually. If you guys are interested in continuing the chat and, I'm going to be a wizard for a few hours, go to my Twitch, twitch.tv. But we will do another live stream next Sunday at 11 a.m. There'll be 2 videos out this week. The one video is going to be the Synology, Synology rt6600ax. The other video will probably be UniFi Access. Unless something new comes out with Ubiquity. I'm trying to think. I have to do a Fluke network video test for that tester. It's the Link IQ. There's a couple things that I have in the pipeline that I need to get done anyway. But either way, YouTube, take care. I am going to stick on Twitch, but YouTube, take care. Thank you for all the support. As always, I do appreciate it. And no worries, Jeff, if you missed it. If you want to rewatch the beginning of the YouTube live streams, they are all saved there, and they're in a playlist anyway. So you can go back and watch what you missed if you want. Anyway, YouTube, take care. Have a good rest of your Sunday.